Welcome to the session on engineering graphics. In today's session, we are going to see the isometric projections using isometric scale only. So in this topic, we are going to see the following things. So first thing, what we are going to see the introduction of the topic. Second, what is isometric projections, then need of isometric projection, then isometric scale, isometric axis, isometric lines and planes, isometric drawing and isometric projections. So first of all, we have to understand what is isometric. Isometric is a combination of two words, iso and metric, where iso stands for equal and metric stands for measurement. So you will be having equal measurements during isometric projection. So what is isometric projection? Isometric projection is a pictorial representation or 3D representation of any object. So why do we need this isometric projection? So basically the isometric projections will help us to give all the three dimensions, or will help us to understand the shape or the appearance of the object in one view itself. If we go for the orthotropic or the orthographic projections, we get the two different views to get the three dimensions of any solid. But in isometric projections, we'll be having all the three dimensions in one view itself. So that's why these isometric projections are important to understand the basic appearance of any 3D object or the solid. The next what we are going to see is isometric scale. So isometric scale is formed by drawing a line 30 degrees to horizontal line, and we'll be having one more line, that is 45 degrees to horizontal line. So on the 45 degree line, we'll be marking all the graduations which will be present on the true scale. So true scale will be represented on the 45 degree line. So here I have represented 5 mm, 10 mm, 15 mm, 20 mm and so on. And on the 30 degree line, we have to drop these dimensions vertically down. So see, if you have got 45 degree line and if you have marked all the dimensions of true scale on this 45 degree line, and if you project them down on 30 degree line vertically down, so you will be getting the isometric length. So these are the projected from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and so on. So it means that if this is 70 at this point, if this distance is 70 mm, and if you drop the vertical from 45 degrees line on 30 degree line, so whatever distance you measure from this point here from 70 to this 0, so this distance will give you isometric line, and what distance will be having on the true scale, that will be the true length. So you have to remember that isometric length will be equivalent of 0.816 till third digit, or if you add fourth digit, that is 0.8164 into true length. So if you have got the true length of 10 mm, if you multiply 10 mm by 0.816, you will be getting isometric length for 10 mm. So that is 8.164 will be the isometric length of 10 mm. So next we are going to see the isometric axis, isometric lines and isometric planes. So this figure shows the 3D representation of cube. So this cube we had got during the projections of the hexahedron. So the front view of the hexahedron when the solid diagonal of the hexahedron is perpendicular to VP. So here these red lines X, Y, Z are representing three lines which are having equal inclination with respect to each other. So here if you measure the angle A, B, C, then B, C, B1 and A, D1, B1. So all these angles will be having equal inclination. Iso stands for equal. So they will be having the equal angle between these three axes. So that's why they are also called as the isometric projection. So all these three axes, all these three lines X, Y, Z are nothing but the isometric axis. And then we can see the lines A1, B1 which is parallel to X, then B1, C1 which is parallel to Z, then D1 is parallel to Y. So the lines which are parallel to isometric axis are called as isometric lines, and if there are any lines which are not parallel to these axes, then we call them as non-isometric lines. Then further we have got the isometric planes. So the plane formed by isometric lines and isometric axis, or only by isometric axis or isometric lines, is called as the isometric plane. So any plane which is formed by non-isometric lines will be called as a non-isometric plane. Then further we have got isometric drawing and isometric projection. So here there are two figures. One represents isometric drawing and another represents isometric projection. So when we say the isometric drawing, we represent all the dimensions of particular solid with true scale. So that means if this is a combination of two cubes having one cube of 60 mm. So 60 mm is shown as 60 mm only during the 3D representation of that object. So such objects or the such drawings are called as the isometric drawing, drawn to the true scale dimension, and the proportion will be 1:1. So 60 will be drawn as 60. So 60 is to 60, that is 1:1. But when we are asked to draw the isometric projection, we cannot draw the isometric projection to the true scale. Rather, we have to draw the isometric projection to the isometric scale. So isometric scale is a reduced scale. So where we have the proportion 1:0.8164. It means that if you have got the 60 mm as a true length, you have to reduce it by the factor 0.8164, and then you have to draw the isometric projection. So this figure represents the isometric drawing for a cube of 60 mm and a cube of 30 mm, and this drawing is representing isometric projection of a cube of 60 mm and 30 mm. So this is the difference between isometric drawing and isometric projection. Isometric drawings will be drawn to the true scale. Isometric projections will be drawn with the isometric scale. So in this topic we are going to draw the isometric projections, where we will be having the reduced scale, that is 0.8164 is the scale factor. So while drawing the isometric projections, you have to follow some of the guidelines. So these are the guidelines which are listed here, which you have to follow when you are drawing the isometric projection. So first guideline says that see the object from the right front corner or the left front corner. So if you have got any object and if you are viewing it from the front side, you have to see either from the right front corner or the left front corner. Then second one, in the isometric projections, all the horizontal lines should be drawn at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal line. So if you have got any horizontal line in the isometric projection, you cannot draw the line as horizontal line. In fact, you have to represent that line with an inclination of 30 degrees to the horizontal line. So these things we are going to see in detail once we are solving one problem for the isometric projection. Then third guideline says that all vertical lines will remain vertical in isometric projection. So whichever vertical lines will be having in the in the object, those will be represented as vertical line only, but in isometric scale in isometric projection. Then the fourth guideline says that all circles will be represented as ellipses in isometric projection. So if you have got any circle or any circular lamina in the isometric projection, that will be represented as ellipse. Then fifth point, inclined line should not be drawn with actual inclination, but these should be drawn by marking the endpoints of such lines on the horizontal or vertical lines. So if you have got any line which is inclined to horizontal line or the vertical line, you cannot draw that line with the inclination to vertical or the horizontal. Instead, you have to mark the endpoints of such lines on the horizontal line or vertical line, and then we have to connect them in the isometric projections. Then the sixth guideline, no need to show the dimensions on isometric projections unless otherwise asked. So basically these projections or the 3D representations of the object are used to see the basic appearance of the object. Nobody is going to do any manufacturing using the 3D representation of the object. These are only to see how the object appears when it is in 3D. So to see that, we will be drawing these things. So there is no need to show the dimensions on the isometric projections. Then the 7th guideline says that no need to erase the lines which are used for construction purpose but should be represented with thin lines. So when you are drawing the isometric projection of any solid or any combination, you will have to draw some lines which will require for the construction of the remaining solid. So such construction line you don't have to erase, you can represent them with thin lines. The guideline 8 says that no need to show hidden lines in the isometric projection. So as we were drawing the projections of solids, we used to show the hidden edges with hidden lines, but when you are drawing the isometric projection, you don't have to show the hidden edges or the hidden lines with dashed line. Okay, so just you have to ignore them and you have to leave them. But if you have drawn them as a part of construction, you have to retain them with thin lines. The guideline 9 says that unless otherwise mentioned, you should draw the isometric projections with isometric scale only. So wherever you are asked to draw the isometric drawing, that time you can use the ratio 1:1. But wherever you are asked to draw the isometric projection, you have to always use the isometric scale, that is reduced scale, that is 1:0.8164 scale. So if you have a 10 mm distance and if you want to draw it in the isometric projection, you should always reduce that 10 mm to 8.164 mm and you should draw it. So that is the 9th guideline. Then the 10th guideline says that orthographic views must be drawn whenever they are required for the construction purpose. So suppose if you have got one solid and if that solid has got some inclined lines having some inclination with respect to horizontal line or a vertical line, so in such cases you have to draw or you should draw or you must draw the orthographic views before you start the isometric projection. But if the solid is consisting of only horizontal and vertical lines, so that time you don't have to draw the orthographic views. So that we are going to see when we are solving the problem. Thank you.